not the first one to point out how similar the coach called Ted Lasso is to the bear called Paddington. But for the uninitiated, let's take a look at how Ted Lasso is a human Paddington. There are some obvious similarities between the two characters, like how they are both derived from previous material, and their current incarnations have been praised by audiences and critics, leading to new chapters. But I want to look at the similarities in the characters themselves. Let's start with origins. Paddington Bear travels to England from an exotic locale, darkest Peru. Ted Lasso also moves to England from a faraway land, whitest Kansas. And once in England, both characters face a learning curve adjusting to their new societies and customs. Despite these obstacles, both characters remain steadfastly optimistic and do their best to share that optimism with those around them. This positive worldview comes through in how they treat their neighbors. In both Paddington's Windsor Gardens and Ted's Richmond neighborhood, the main characters treat each person they meet like old friends. This helps transform their entire neighborhood into a better place. Not everyone takes to their sunny disposition, however. Despite their pure goodness, both Paddington and Ted face a number of enemies, including those they think are friends, but neither one lets that stop their positivity. In Paddington 2, the bear eventually wins over Knuckles and other prisoners, and even Mr. Curry softens to him slightly. Ted is even more successful, winning over Rebecca and Roy, and even Jamie Tart softens to him slightly. One of the keys to Paddington and Ted's endearment is their tasty snacks. Paddington's marmalade sandwiches win him friends with pigeons, the Browns, and the prisoners. Ted's biscuit cookies help wear down Rebecca's secret antagonism. Everything is not always rosy for our lovable heroes, however. Both have bouts of homesickness. Paddington longs for his Aunt Lucy back in Peru, eventually getting her to London. Ted longs for his wife and son and soon gets them to England as well, though his reunion is short-lived. Lastly, both Paddington and Ted also show hints of a temper. We're on clip. There we go. Paddington has his hard stare, which Aunt Lucy taught him to use when someone forgets their manners. And Ted has some simmering anger that runs much deeper than Paddington's frustration with manners. Ted's temper only boils over a few times, laying into Jamie over practice and displacing his divorce frustrations on Nate. In both cases, Ted's rage is brief and he makes amends. Obviously, there are many differences between these two characters that cater to their audience. I think so many people point out their similarities, not to diminish either work of entertainment, but to show how wonderful and endearing each character is. Pointing out how they are the same is an act of admiration, as is my suggestion that these two characters need to cross over. No, not like that. But somehow, these similar characters, who are both in present-day England and have both won over our hearts, need to share the screen, even if only for a brief moment. Sure, it would be fan service, but fan service can be an amazing thing if done right. So how can this be done right? Putting Paddington in Season 3 of Ted Lasso would not be it. Children can't watch the show, and many adults who do are likely unfamiliar to the wonders of Paddington. His appearance would be disruptive, taking the audience out of the world the Lasso team has worked hard to create. This is bad for both Ted and Paddington. Now, the upcoming movie Paddington 3 is a different story. Kids would still have their favorite bear, and the appearance of a likable soccer coach in that world would not ruin it. He'd just be another colorful character Paddington gets to befriend. And parents would get a nice in-joke, not unlike the pop culture references snuck into old Bugs Bunny cartoons or episodes of Pinky and the Brain. So let's make this idea a reality. Sign the petition to the makers of Paddington 3, asking them to include a Ted Lasso cameo. The Ted Lasso show will likely be done with its 3-season run by the time Paddington 3 comes out, so it would be a double bonus for Lasso fans, and might get some new admirers to go search up this friendly coach named Ted, who traded soccer moves with the adorable bear named Paddington. Seeing two great characters be great together is good for pop culture and good for the world. So sign the petition, the link is in the description, and thank you for watching.